They had to go back and they put some aggregate in it because the new paint was kind of slippery when wet. So there's aggregate down there now, so nobody will slip and hurt themselves. Richard, sitting over here by Rick, passed his CPO test. He is now a certified pool operator, so he can legally balance the chemicals on the pool and do what he has to do. I already mentioned the backup pump, and I don't know why I didn't have this as a separate bullet. I'm still waiting on a response from the county about the trees that have damaged sidewalks. Connie McCabe has sent the issue to the county attorney and is hoping to have a response by the end of February. So hopefully soon here we'll have a resolution as to whether the county is going to accept responsibility for the sidewalks and the repairs needed. January 31st, Aero Fence showed up to make the repairs for tennis courts, replacing the broken poles from the storm. The tennis courts are due to be resurfaced. This is an agenda item. Hopefully everybody reviewed what's in their pack. The crew installed new anchors on the tennis court fence to hold the fence down to the ground because people were complaining about the balls rolling outside. And this past week, the crew had been working on cleaning all the floors of the clubhouse, breaking out the big buffer and going over everything. I also prepared the first draft of the budget, gave it to the treasurer. Now it's going to be coming up here shortly, I think March 3rd, is it too?
Third, yeah, it's
March 3rd. That's when the budget committee gets the PDF over my first draft. We'll see how that goes. Violation, 102 were closed and 80 new. Any questions?
You have a January 24th, the liquor bottle and young people. Were you able to see how they got in?
They went over the fence.
Did you see where or?
Right there.
Right at the?
Yeah, if you step up and on that handrail,
Oh.
you can just reach over and slap the button.
Oh.
I mean, not the button, but you can step over from there carefully. The other bottom gate, you get up on the rail, you can just reach over and slap the button.
Did you get a bid for electrifying the fence?
I was
They're
thinking,
young, it's just a quick snap.
I was thinking that or some razor wire.
Okay.
May I ask how many kids
They look to be between 17, 19 years old.
they have been a little older than that, maybe 25, 32?
I don't think so. Watching the video, they look pretty young.
Why? Do you have an idea?
I keep my thoughts to myself. I'm seeing plenty, which I don't like. All right. I'd like to know about the security that used to drive around in this, back some years ago. I used to see a white, Crown Vic driving around, an old white Crown Vic with security. I don't see that no more for years. I think it's about time maybe,
You can bring it, you have
on
to
that.
come up, you can come up afterwards and bring all of that up if you want.
Okay, anything else for the manager on his report? Aaron?
Luciola Casarina Drive. I'm wondering, do we have a fairly big sign that says, "Smile, you're on candid camera"?
There are signs out there under video surveillance.
On that side,
I know there's one under the canopy.
under the canopy here?
Yeah.
Well, do you think
It's not gonna stop.
you think it would behoove us to put a bigger sign outside these fences, just to kind of deter them possibly?
Well, see,
Because
when,
I mean, you could go to the sheriff's department and facial recognition now, you could possibly find out who these people are. I mean, I'm just,
we'll check and see and ask them.
They'll
be back. Oh, I'm sure. What surprises me is that at midnight, no one else was out there because that pool is used extensively at night. I mean, we're often there at midnight. Yeah, but as long as the hot tub's working, that works, you know?
Eileen?
We plan on doing we've lost a lot of plants, it seems like out there. We plan on doing anything in the spring?
Where are you talking about losing plants?
I didn't
It's like
see
a
any.
lot of them have died off out in the front of the building.
I don't recall seeing anything that died.
I don't either, but
Well, not from this frost, but I mean,
from what?
they just seem to be disappearing. We had more plants when we started, when they first initially planted out there.
Well, we'll have Mike check it out. Mike knows what's going on out there.
It just looks like there's
The
a lot
one,
less.
the one island out in front of the turn-in lane here,
Yeah,
we have lost everything that we put in there.
that's what I'm talking
Even
about.
with irrigation,
There's nothing
there's
there.
something wrong with the soil. The ginger grows under the tree, but everything that's been planted on either side dies off.
And it was lantana, which is hard to call it.
Well, I also suggested to Mike putting some, giant variety that has the purple or blue buds on it. They're pretty
They were
awesome
choosing the
too.
wrong stuff.
All right, we'll check it.
Okay, that's really not a thing to discuss at this
It
point.
was on the,
Okay, if you want to bring that, put that on the agenda for next time, maybe.
it was on the manager.
Okay, moving on to the art committee.
endeavor for the art committee. We received 26, 25 were approved and meet the requirements of the art guidelines. One was disapproved because it did not meet the requirements.
I make a motion that we approve the 25 recommended by the art committee.
Second,
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, what about the one disapproved?
I make a motion that we disapprove the one that was not approved by the art committee.
Why was that disapproved? Is this the shed?
Yeah.
This is the shed, yes.
It's not attached to the house?
It's not attached and it don't meet any of the other height, width, or depth requirements. Okay.
Okay.
That's already installed.
It's sitting there.
Yeah, it was after the fact.
well, then they can take it down.
Okay, so it's over the amount that's allowed. Anybody second?
What, is that,
Yes.
was it too big or was it in an area where sheds were not allowed?
No, it's too big on all three, height, width, and depth of it. Does not meet the requirements.
And it's not allowed?
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Was it seconded?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you, Ed. Live Oaks report.
Good afternoon. On January 28th, the Live Oaks Board met and we discussed and finalized the events for 2025. We've had fashion show updates and that continues to move along for the end of March. Yesterday, I think we had a record TRF sale at our ticket sales for the month, and our attendance continues to be very good at the events. We are right now sold out for the fashion show and for the showcase, which are in March, and we have a few tickets left for the dance. The board discussed trying to get a breakfast on a Saturday morning, and we're working on a date right now to try to fit that in with all of the other weekend activities that are going on, but we are going to try a Saturday morning breakfast. So our next Live Oaks board meeting is for February 25th, and we'll hopefully have a date then for the breakfast. And we will soon be meeting for 2026 with Debbie for the next round of scheduled events. Any questions?
No. Thank you.
Thanks, Bev.
Elizabeth now finds the suspension, finds suspensions. Those hearings held on February 4th, violations proved at the January 15th meeting. We had one violation and that was enforced.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other committee reports? Okay, moving on to confirm. We have two committees that we need to confirm. Number one is the election committee. We have Bonnie and Lanny Lipsky.
Liz, good.
Liz,
Good now.
Liz and Ed, Russell, Ann Osinga, Karen Fritsch, and Chris Giannicola.
Second,
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, now we have the budget committee. We have Bonnie Lipsky, Dave Tiller, Connie Arman, Tanya Binkley, Mike Duff, Karen Fritsch, Rob Benuski, Patty Wiseman, Jennifer Smiley.
second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, candidates night. Okay, so nominations close on the 2nd? Third? Okay,
Even have it?
3rd, which is a Monday. So you're proposing the 26th for candidates night
19.
or the 19th?
Or the 18th.
This is the 18th, it's a Wednesday.
No,
No, it's just
You
the
gotta
way,
look at
the
the
boxes,
box.
yeah.
it's in the 19 box.
Oh, I see.
Reason being, we have a board meeting that day and the auditorium was already set for chairs.
That's
Okay,
the
so-
18th, when's,
The
No.
19th would be,
oh, okay.
so we have a board meeting that day, and then the
It's
candidates
hard to see
night
the
would
box.
be that night. Does anybody have any objections to that?
It's in the 18th.
No, it's not. Here, this is the 16th box, goes back.
You can't see the lines, that's the problem.
18th, but, yeah,
So this belongs
that's
over.
right, she got
It's
it.
just using the same setup as the board meeting for the candidates night.
Okay, and what time? are you
Yeah.
doing?
That'll be, then they don't have to
Right time, right?
reset chairs another time. Okay, is there any objections to the 19th?
What time?
What time do we want to make that?
7?
We usually say 7.
7 o'clock? Okay. All right, that'll give the candidates an opportunity to be questioned by our residents. Okay, so. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Stair rail proposal for the state.
Okay, I was able to get, two proposals to put wood rails to try to match the existing wood. Even though you have a 6-foot tread with a handle on the other side, somebody ended up falling off. So we did get proposals. We got world-class maintenance, recommended by Richard, and that's for a total of $1,800. And then we have Dynasty Property Solutions, who is very fond of their work at $2,727.
Wow.
Yeah, very large difference. So of course, if the board wants to put up the railings, I'd recommend a world-class maintenance to do so. Now, it's up to the board whether they want to do it or not.
Is there any discussion on this? We're not required to have a railing by OSHA standards, right?
I believe we're covered.
We're covered with the one that's against the wall.
There's money in the budget for this, right?
Why spend the money if we don't have to have it?
And of all the inspections we've had of the, fire inspections, what have you, they've mentioned doing that.
My thing about these,
May?
I think rather than spend $1,200, it's not necessary. But I think
1,800.
it's 12 and 6 on the second page. Oh, with the six with, it. Okay, anyway, well, that makes it even worse.
What?
I don't see spending $1,800 to do something that isn't necessary. If anything, get a sign that says single file only. I mean, it's just,
Yeah, there is a railing to hold on to.
we do have the railing, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know I have problems with balance. I make sure that I have everything in the other hand so I can hold on to that railing.
And like you said, LeMay, we also have the lift in the back.
Yeah, we have an elevator or whatever you want to call it. So I make a motion that we leave well enough alone or not have the
You
railing.
want to
The only thing that I would say is, do we want to risk getting a lawsuit?
Well, if we're meeting OSHA standards,
That doesn't mean we'll win, and it
No.
still means attorney fees. I'm either way on it, really, you know.
yeah,
I don't think it's necessary as someone who's been having trouble walking up and down the steps for the past year. I can make sure I used the elevator once we figured out how to run it. That was, but
I'm serious about a sign saying, you know,
What?
one person only, single file or however you want to put it.
Or use it your own way.
I don't know, using, I think if we do single file, if you can't hold on to the railing that's there, you're not gonna hold on to the other one. And to say that we already have a railing for you should cover us. So,
we just have to make sure that when we're inviting people up, because this is, that we say, please, single file coming up, do not walk up 2 by 2.
no falling off the side.
No falling off the side, yeah. Please hold on to the handrail.
Yeah, yeah. Bill second my motion. So I don't-
Okay. All in favor?
We gonna table this?
No, I don't vote. We already have a motion and it's second.
Oh, okay.
Sure, come up.
What's proposed? What proposed?
Not doing it.
Oh, that's.
I'm Rick Agler, 10727 Footprint Lane. Can't hear.
Just
How about
get a
now?
little closer to it.
Is it good?
Yeah.
All right. I was a person on the railing and Bob was right next to me on the right. And I don't know what caused him to miss the step or whatever, but then he went that direction and had nothing to grab hold of. $1,800 to drop in a bucket. You'll pay more than that for a retainer for an attorney. You're probably gonna spend about $4,000 or $5,000 for it. I thought the big argument would be about aesthetics. People don't like the looks of a railing, but that's not it. You're trying to weigh dollars against injury. And I think dollars lose every time when it's that small. I think you should have it. Thank you.
Thank you, Rick. We have a motion on the floor. Any other discussion? Call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
I,
Opposed?
No.
Motion passed. Eileen opposed. Okay. Tennis court resurfacing.
Okay, your packet.
Well, we have a thing here in the packet from the pickleball players that play outside that would like to change the way the pickleball is striped on the tennis court so that they could have 2 pickleball courts on one tennis court and 1 pickleball court on the other tennis court. So this is just a matter of striping, and then you would have to have portable nets for both of those, for the 2 that are on the one. Now, I talked to Jack about this, and I wondered about converting the shuffleboard to pickleball court. Because there's enough room there, but because we really don't use the shuffleboard.
The big problem with that is that the shuffleboard court is an amenity. To get rid of an amenity, you need a vote of the whole association.
Can we just paint over there?
No, because again,
Without getting rid of the shuffleboard.
with your paint what?
Well, they're painting on top of the tennis.
No, you would have to, for the shuffleboard, they have concrete things between the lanes, so you would have to pour concrete.
Okay.
You know, smooth it. Yeah.
Jennifer's got her hand raised.
Jennifer, I'm sorry.
That's okay. My question is, these portable nets, where are they going to store them and who's going to be responsible for putting them in and out? You know, are we going to have another storage shed? You know, what is that going to facilitate? Has that even been,
Or you have options. You can just simply, I've seen other communities, they just roll the portables up against the fence and leave them there. They don't interfere with the courts. Or you make the pickleball players take them down, put them in their bags, and put it in some size kind of storage unit.
it was just something that, you know, when you read it, it was kind of like, that was another step in the process.
There's a storage closet by the shuffleboard. On the one end, there's a storage closet.
Yeah,
They could probably put it in there.
I don't know, if it's big enough for the next.
What's in there? I mean, there's nothing for
All
shuffleboard.
the stuff for the.
Shuffleboard,
Oh,
all of
really?
it,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, what would we have to do to eliminate the shuffleboard? A vote by who? And all the residents?
Yeah,
All the senior
eliminating
residents.
an amenity, you have to get the vote of the residents.
And there's no way to even keep one or two of those shuffleboard.
Not if
And
you're
make
gonna
the
put,
other one.
not if you're
I
gonna put
think.
pickleball court in there, no.
How often on the tennis court is that shuffleboard court used?
Very seldom.
I've seen, I know summertime, sometimes you see people's guest using it.
So I know there's a lot of people that are using pickleball. So the pickleball court that is painted on top of the tennis court, how often is that used outside?
I'm unsure of, you have to ask these players how often they use it.
Does anyone here who plays pickleball?
Oh, that's great.
We don't-
Jerry, do you play?
Jerry?
You watch it.
He plays tennis.
I have a question.
Can you wait until we finish this, please?
It's about this.
What? Oh, it's about this?
Oh, yeah, it's about
Go ahead.
this.
Okay.
I'm wondering, is there any other room or property where you could start fresh with another single identity of a pickleball court? So you don't have to get rid of the shuffleboard, because that vote might be difficult. And pickleball is gonna do nothing but get more popular. And when you have a lot of stripes on a court, having been a player on courts before, it gets pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Unless you put them one identifying color for one sport and one identifying color for another sport.
That's what we have now.
And it's confusing.
Right, so I'm wondering, is there anywhere in Timber Oaks that we own the property that we could actually develop a pickleball court?
We did talk about that, and the only thing we really came up with was Oaks Park.
Okay,
So, you know, that's something we can look at,
why not?
and then, you know, but we'd have to
But
get
that's right near
prices.
houses.
You still have to have a fence
Well,
around
there's
it.
houses all
Well, there's
over
houses
here.
by
Yeah.
the tennis court, so that's not
No,
relevant.
And parking.
Yeah, we don't
Parking
have
out by the
farm
street, that's not relevant either. It was there before the.
No,
you
No.
don't have
No.
any sidewalk.
You don't want parking
I
on
don't
the
think
street.
you legally
Not there.
can park along this street. We'd have to put, I don't think it would be much, but we'd have to get prices. Yeah.
Why?
Yes, Eileen?
I don't know who did up the drawing, but why aren't we using both courts?
They are using both.
Well, the
Those are
yellow is
new.
on one.
No,
The
The black,
one
the black
is,
rectangle or the other one is the outline of the pickleball court.
It's the yellow, isn't it?
Well, that's the proposed new. The black rectangle on the other one is the existing pickleball court.
All I'm saying is, why don't we use both of them?
We have both lines like that, right? They're both double purpose?
No,
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
both courts are.
Currently, if you look at the first one, that's what we have currently on both courts.
Right.
Okay?
Now you want
The
to go. to one court.
proposal is to add what you see in the
You wanna
yellow,
have three.
what you see in the yellow, so that there are 2 pickleball courts on the 1 tennis court.
and still,
Are they going-
and one on the other side.
Oh, so 3.
That would be 3.
Oh, okay. I thought you were eliminating the one. Oh, Are they
I'm sorry.
gonna use all 3?
Yeah, I was thinking 1 for 1 6. My husband plays pickleball. And it's my understanding, Jerry can correct me, they only play outside when the auditorium is not available.
No, they play outside regularly now. The
Oh,
girls,
they
the
do?
women play outside.
Oh,
There's a women's group that plays
And could
every
could you please?
Monday, Wednesdays.
Okay, I didn't realize that. But could you please ask the 5 conversations that are going on behind us to please cease? Thank you.
So we're talking about 3 pickleball courts over there? Okay, can we get rid of the one in here? Because too many times we've wanted to rehearse in the auditorium and we haven't been able to. And I don't think that's right. This is not a gymnasium. And if we have 3 courts outside, why do we need another one in here?
Well, we would have to, are there lights on the tennis courts? Because you can't play out there in the dark.
No.
And there are no lights on the tennis courts.
There are only one.
So as soon as the hour
But we
goes.
can't play tennis when it's dark either, or when it rains.
Right,
And what I see is a lot of playing in here and not much out there.
they never, to my knowledge, they normally do not play outside unless they can't be in here because there's a function that would take it up.
No, the women play outside.
Oh, the women do, okay, sorry, I forgot about that.
Okay,
Well, I don't know that it's the men that play in here, it's a mixture.
Yeah, it's a mixed group.
And they play what, 2 nights a week? And Thursdays afternoons if it's open.
Dan Gugino, Footprint Lane. They play Monday mornings, Wednesday mornings, sometimes Friday, sometimes Saturday outside. And there's a night league that plays inside in the
Right.
afternoons and evenings.
Thank you.
I don't know the nights, 2 nights a week.
Monday and
Monday,
Tuesday.
Tuesday, and Thursday afternoon.
And then when it's not available inside, they play outside as well.
Right.
And there's summertime, they don't have to play this.
You know, everyone's talking about, doing courts for pickleball. I think it's a great idea. It's not gonna be cheap. I know that there is Spectrum money still available. There's possibility that could be used. Because they're also talking about fencing, because they're not gonna be chasing the pickleballs all over the place. Some place to park that is safe. I don't see putting lights out there. It can be scheduled earlier if that's what they need. Or get a price with lights so we can determine whether it's worth it or not. But that is a big thing up and coming, and we have the majority of people. I think bocce is the only thing that would have more people that play than pickleball. And people get tired or don't come because they don't want to sit there because we have 1 court in here. They don't want to sit there and wait forever until it's their turn to play again. I think it's something we really need to look into for our residents.
Rick, you got a director who wants to speak. I don't
That's
know.
all right,
that's
go
no
ahead, Rick.
priority.
I'm sorry,
That's
I didn't
okay.
see your hand.
That's all
Yeah,
right.
she's had enough for a while.
If
You
you
go
You can wait. Let the residents speak, please.
Oh, all right. I can't play pickleball because of my disability. But it is the most popular thing going. It is the thing that really, so you need to try to concentrate that, which you all seem to be doing. Sue has brought up an item, and I think you need to get an active attorney involved because there's amazing things you can do with language to go through and see if we can't somehow change that shuffleboard court, just a change of usage. From a general recreation area, which has a shuffleboard court on top of it now, to a different type of court, a flat smooth court that could be for, this is just one idea, by the way. There
I
could be
think that
many
would
more.
be the cheapest way to do it.
Pardon? Yeah, to put a flat, top on it or whatever,
Mhm.
and then, mark it with heavy lines for pickleball and put in some nice paint lines for shuffleboard in case somebody would ask. But look into it further before you dismiss that, please. Thank you.
Can I ask a question? If we have to have a vote and to save money, is there any way you could put it on along when people vote for the new officers? Because they all have, that goes out, everybody, and would already be out there. Just add that too. Do you want to get rid of the shuffleboard and make it a pickleball court? I think it's a great idea. And then you got electric out there, so if we did need lighting, it'd be a lot cheaper than going over to a whole new ball game. Because then you, like you said, parking, lighting, water, because you probably have to put a drinking fountain, a bathroom, a drinking fountain. So that would cost us a lot more. If the water fountain's already there, the bathrooms are right here, everything's right here, and parking's here. I say, see if we can't put it on the ballot along with the voting for new officers and see what comes up.
Okay, what would the vote have to be to take that off?
I think it's just a majority,
I believe so.
and it would only be
So
the
it's not a
seniors.
percentage, just a
It-
majority.
I'm pretty
sure.
sure that it's just
in the
a
back of our
50
document.
50 plus
I
one.
could also check with Carlos to see about what was mentioned about swapping one court for another type of court. If
Before
that
we
would
go,
still require a vote or not. I
All right,
can check
let's-
on that.
All right,
But the idea of Oaks Park,
It's
that
not
would be,
money.
the money would be out the window. I mean, like you said, parking, a new court,
got all
fencing,
those trees.
a
There's
drinking
not many
fountain or
trees.
whatever. It would be
Uh-huh.
very, very expensive to pull that one off.
Right, I agree.
And just to try and combine the pickleball with the shuffleboard, the shuffleboard surface is special for shuffleboard so that the shuttlecocks slide, which you wouldn't want the pickleball players to slide. Because that would definitely be attorney.
Well, I don't know, I did it, the first time I played, I did that.
You slid it?
Yeah, I jumped up and said everything was fine. The next day I had so many black and blue marks. It was-
Well, that,
Yeah, that wasn't good.
yeah.
I think we table this and look into it further.
Are we tabling the?
Yeah, I think so. It can wait another month.
All right, I'll check.
because we're not doing the tennis
No, I'm
courts right
saying we'll
away.
find out from the lawyer and find out what we can and cannot do.
Okay, I'll get an opinion on that.
Do we need a
And
motion for that?
can we get maybe some bids on what it would cost
For what?
to resurface?
shuffleboard?
Yeah, because I don't know, I'm not sure if they could just overbore because it probably cracked where those individual lanes are. They may need to take those lanes out, then do an overbore.
Re-cement.
So,
Well, even the lanes are dipped.
yeah, so I mean, I do have a construction guy that, Roscoe Construction, that can give me a ballpark on what that would take.
Did we get any prices yet on the tennis courts?
No, because I didn't have any direction from you guys of what we were gonna do with it.
Okay, but we do have to resurface them this year.
Yeah, it definitely needs it.
Okay. So why don't we go ahead and get a price on the resurfacing?
With
So we'll
the
be ready for
existing
it.
striping,
I thought that wasn't supposed to be.
with the existing striping or this?
We don't know
Well,
yet.
yeah, we won't.
So
But-
the one who does the concrete does the stripes?
No, the concrete guys just hold their ballgame. We
Okay.
need somebody else to do the
No,
surface.
but the surface,
striping.
they spray that surface. on it, don't they?
Yeah,
All right, let's hold off.
Okay.
Jennifer?
Jennifer?
What I was going to say is, if it's that popular, if pickleball is that popular, why don't we do both tennis courts for pickleball instead of just the one?
That's, okay.
That way you'd have 4 pickleball courts outside. I mean, you're saying it's going to be becoming more and more popular, that's kind of looking forward to more usage, but,
Yeah.
I mean, you might want to
The
get
only
both.
thing is it
quotes.
is distracting for the tennis player to have the different lines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and that was actually, that was tabled. We may still end up having to do something
It's
like
just a
that.
thought,
Yeah.
another, idea.
Right.
All right, moving on. Fines and suspension.
Well, if you have a motion, you don't have to.
No, we're just.
With
tabling.
Just table it.
Tabling
Don't
it.
have, you don't have to vote.
Getting more information from Jack.
You had to table it.
No. I make a motion to fine the owner of 8101 Casuarina Drive, $50 a day for maintenance of the home, dirt on the side of the house. That is in violation of TOXA covenants up to $5,000.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
These little pictures on here are a total pain. You cannot see them. I know a lot of times when Ed and I go over letters, we have to have Jack pull it up on a bigger screen so you can see them. It is on the left side along the driveway behind that bush, along the ground, you can see it.
Well, the reason why I'm questioning is on account of, I got a letter saying I had rust. She was so far away, it was a bush.
I'm sorry. Was the rust on the bush?
No. Rust or dead.
We moved that one already.
Yeah.
All right, I move to find the owner of 8101 Casuarina Drive, maintenance of the lot, dead palm fronds, $50 a day. That is in violation of the TOXA covenants up to $5,000. It's the same house.
But different violation.
And there's a third one.
There is another one, but they all have to be done separately.
I'll second that.
Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
I move. What?
We have so much noise coming from the back in there. Could you ask the people to quiet down,
Or leave.
because you can't hear.
Okay.
They're still talking.
Everybody get that? Let's quiet down so emotions can be heard. Okay. LeMay?
I move to find the owners of 8101 Casuarina Drive, $50 a day for the for sale sign. That is in violation of TOXA covenants up to $5,000.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Move to find the owner of 8025 Pasadena Drive, $50 a day for maintenance of the lot, weeds and grass. That is in violation of TOXA covenants up to $5,000.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Move to find the owners of 10803 Hachita Drive, $50 a day for maintenance of the home, dirt on the side of the house that is in violation of TOXA covenants up to $5,000.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Move to find the owner of 10635 Timber Lane, $50 a day for maintenance of the home for the driveway that is in violation of TOXA covenants up to $5,000.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Move to find the owner of 8121 Casuarina Drive, $50 a day for weeds in the lawn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
I'm done.
Good.
That's it for today.
Okay.
Got correspondence there.
Correspondence.
Okay, we have a correspondence letter from Marion Evans. Is Marion here?
Committed on Wednesday, 719 Benton Drive.
I'm gonna talk right into the microphone.
8719 Benton Drive. Good afternoon. I'd like to thank the board for all you've done for our community. I'm proud to live here in Timber Oaks, but I really think that we need to do something with the islands on Ponderosa. I know they belong to Pasco County, but I don't think that they would care if we were to improve on them. We all live here and should be proud of our surroundings in our community. The one small island in front of the clubhouse was done by the Garden Club. Over on Linkside, they did a whole corner with plants that were given by the residents, and everyone comments on how beautiful it looks. I would like to improve the islands with Florida-friendly plants that can be given by residents. I'd like your approval to work on the island, but would also ask during the dry season if I could get help with watering. Thank you for your consideration.
Any discussion?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we went through this for a number of years because we were taking care of the islands, and because of that, we had a hard time getting the county to take responsibility for them, which meant that we had to maintain them as far as the concrete and the wooden and signs and all that they had on the middle of them. We finally got the county to take care of them, that they own them and they are responsible for that. I have no problem with anyone going out and putting whatever they want on the island. I don't think it's something the board can really approve since they are not ours.
I also have a concern of the folks working outside. When you're working out here, we ask that you wear the orange vest because you know how the traffic is here on Ponderosa. Because the guys to do the watering, they'd have to haul the water trailer out there. They put their lives on the line out there and try to put some water on these plants. So, you know, that's a consideration.
You know what? For years, they were doing the water trucks. For years, they took the water trucks out because there's no water at our Timber Oak sign when we had flowers and stuff in there. And they would water that.
Well, I'm just saying around
I'm
these
just
islands,
saying.
the traffic
I
around
think
these
that's-
islands is
Yeah,
pretty
but they weren't
spooky.
doing all the islands. They were just doing the Timber Oak sign. The flowers and things that were put in there.
So we're basically saying it's okay for the residents to do it, just wear the
And they
orange.
would do what they want.
We're not officially saying it,
We
but
can't officially.
I think what you did on that island was wonderful.
I'm not done, but, you
No,
know,
I know, it looks
you know,
so much
and
better.
we have a neighbor here that gave us the mulch and stuff, no cost.
Yeah.
Right.
I just think that, you know, our community, it just looks so, you know, everything is so dead. I mean, there's nothing, you know, you come through the community and everybody would say, oh, look at how nice this looks. So that's what I'm just saying, you know, as for the watering, I couldn't water all of them myself, of course. But in the dry season and Florida-friendly plants, once they're established, you know, you might not need much water with them.
Right.
So that's what I was kind of asking, if I could do that and get some help with watering when needed from the maintenance.
Yeah, my fear with that is the liability we have for our guys. Being out there doing something, that's my fear, that's all.
Plus, we can't technically spend money on stuff that's
No, I'm not asking.
county-owned property.
No, I'm not asking for the money. I'm just saying water.
There's payroll involved,
For water.
Hey,
I don't think the county's gonna come over here and stop.
But we appreciate your efforts.
We do. Thank you, Mary. Another one? Where'd this come from?
Come on, I don't know one of those. What's that about?
We'll wait till you get it.
Oh, that should have been in the packet. We shouldn't be doing it.
No.
Okay, Jennifer, you wanna just go ahead and stand up and address this?
Stand up.
Well, said.
Okay. Okay. This is my formal letter of resignation as a board member. I've enjoyed doing this. I've enjoyed all the challenges and the issues that we've worked with, but I'm unable to facilitate the changes and the issues that I had envisioned doing as this position. I want to thank management, the staff, my fellow board members, and the encouraged residents that have helped me. And I thank you.
I have a question with that. If she is stepping down, does this now go, what happens with anyone who might want to replace her? For
Get somebody
Driftwood?
for Driftwood.
We'd have to get someone to apply to.
Would it be with
Driftwood.
with the voting that we already have or anytime?
We can request people as someone from Driftwood who would want to submit their name to us, and then it's the board would have to.
Deb, didn't the Driftwood mailing go out and
Yeah.
offer the seat?
Yeah.
No, I still have another year.
But you have to
appoint
interview
someone
that
for
went
her
out.
here.
To appoint someone, we would
We have
have
to
to
appoint.
appoint.
Yeah, okay, I got you. I didn't realize you had.
My
another
question
year.
is, how are we doing that? How are we letting Driftwood know? Should we put it in the newsletter? Should what?
And Driftwood doesn't get the Timber Times.
They have a board over there, don't they? Like a bulletin board or something?
No,
I thought they did.
no, that was taken down a long time ago.
Do we do a mailing? What? We need to notify Driftwood. I make a motion that we do a mailing requesting a volunteer to take over the Driftwood position.
And give a date for them to submit it by.
With a submission date on there.
And.
Couldn't they just do it with the upcoming vote?
No.
Or?
No,
because-
it's up to us to appoint.
Well,
Okay.
they can, yeah, because of the appointment.
No, we just need,
No.
let's say we have four
Because-
people, then it's up to us to decide which of those four people, which I hope we don't.
So would
Okay.
you be staying on until that deadline? Or are you officially done now?
All right, then it needs to go out. Can we get a second on it?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay. And anything from any board members before we adjourn the meeting?
But hopefully somebody runs for the board.
Okay, meeting adjourned.
Can I address the board? I was
Yeah.
waiting till the end.
Yeah.
This is
Open.
the end.
Now we have-
Wait, we have to vote.
I thought you just announced it, sorry.
No, wait, we have to vote.
Meeting is adjourned. Now it's open forum.
Thank you. My name is Chet Petras. I live on Tier Lane. Been here for about a dozen years or so. I've got a situation that I wanted to just bring to the board for consideration. I have a family that moved in next to me in a 55 and up community. Two very, very young children. Matter of fact, the entire family is a family of 5. And they just moved in, of course, and we had